Daily Card. I'm Michaela Rena, founder of the Tarot Academy. And today I'll be using the Hoodoo Tarot deck. And I'm telling you, I learned so much about our cultural history as indigenous people, as African people, as native people of the land. So wherever you're falling into that, and the things that did happen that are documented. So we know some things can be contentious, some things can be symbolic, some things may have happened like allegory, but there are some very real tangible events that occurred in our history on this land that really sets the tone for understanding tarot on a personal level, right? Okay, so I'm going to go into this one. I ended up pulling the 9 of Knives. So that would be 9 of Swords. So I'm going to show you this card. It's pretty rough right there, right? Okay, and this card showed up reversed. So I'm going to tell you in this pull, with it being reversed, that's actually a great pull for it to be reversed. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to read to you what it says here. This is the Hoodoo Tarot, Tayannah Lee McQuillar, and artwork by Katelan v. Foisy. Amazing artwork, especially the depiction of this 9 of Knives. And by the way, the plant that it is focusing on is lavender. You'll have to come to the website thetarotacademy.education to learn more about plants and hoodoo. Okay. The image. A screaming skull is surrounded by 9 peaches with knives stuck through them. This symbolizes the troubled spirits of the approximately 20,000 newly emancipated slaves who were placed in concentration camps in Natchez, Mississippi. The majority of the men, women, and children died a slow, agonizing death from disease or starvation. The camp was located at the bottom of a pit where wild peach trees grew. That's why this place came to be known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. To this day, no one eats the peaches because they know the bodies of those tortured people fertilized the soil. It was not the custom of indigenous people to eat anything that grew in areas that were considered beset with negative energy, such as this, because the despair would be internalized by whomever partook of such fruits. So the meaning, in a positive way, it's renewed hope, the ending of suffering, the worst being over, getting over depression and anxiety, letting go. The negative is stress, despair, sleepless nights, worst fears, guilt, shameful secrets, isolation, hexes, agonizing pain, thoughts of suicide, seclusion, repeatedly rehashing an unpleasant situation, and crying jags. I mean, the list, it just goes on. There's more there. So now you can see why pulling it in reverse is better, because it means that you've actually let that stuff go, right? You've overcome it. Traditionally, in the tarot deck, it shows a person sitting on a bed with their hands over their eyes and their head, and there's 9 knives over their bed. And so it's tantamount to this torture, this emotional and mental, intellectual thinking, overthinking, and that can really get the best of us. So this card being in reverse is saying that now the worst is over, and even if you have a propensity to rehash things or rethink or overthink it's really an admonition to say that it's pretty much done. and you don't need to go back there, and it is time to embark on something better. The next card that would follow that would be the Ten of Knives or the Ten of Swords, and that would actually indicate that whatever that was plaguing you or whatever was attacking you, it has been slayed, and you can move on toward a better day. So the fact that we're at the Nine of Knives, aka Swords, is really showing you that the cycle that you were in is releasing, that you can truly move forward. You can get past whatever that was, and now embark on something new, a new horizon, a new idea. That is your, that's the admonition. But here is confirmation that, yeah, there was something that was keeping you awake at night. Your thoughts about some impending concern. I don't want to say danger, just concern. And we can tend to recycle in those thoughts, and here recycling them doesn't get you anywhere, but more of the same thought. So this is really, in the fact that it showed up reverse, is saying that, hey, you know what? We can let that go. Now, this historical event was really, it's hard for a lot of us to even think that 20,000 emancipated. That means that they were freed from slavery. But here, this hatred literally put them to sleep in a pit. Basically, that's what happened. This hatred put them to sleep. So here, this is reversed, right? This card is reversed. So whoever has been plaguing you, whether it's been your own mind or different people in your life, different stress, if you feel attacked or bullied, this is literally undoing or allowing you to escape from that attack, that behavior. And you don't have to allow it any longer. You don't have to allow anybody to bully you or to guilt you. You can move on and let that go, because there are better things for you, and for you to receive and embark upon. Well, anyways, that is today's reading. I'll be back tomorrow. And if you would like to learn more about getting a reading or joining the community at the Tarot Academy.education, feel free to send me a note and subscribe. You can subscribe right on the website and receive newsletters from that point. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ashe.